Here are 11 fuel injector cleaners you should never use, and a bonus 7 that actually protect your engine. Let's kick it off.
A lot of drivers assume that if a bottle says fuel system cleaner, injector treatment, or octane booster, it must be helping their engine. That assumption costs people a lot of money, because a huge percentage of the fluids people dump into their gas tanks are either doing nothing or quietly making things worse. Some of them barely clean anything. Some loosen debris without removing it. And some can actually damage fuel system parts, sensors, and catalytic converters. I've seen products that seemed harmless create expensive problems, and I've seen a few that genuinely worked and brought rough-running engines back to life. So in this video, we're breaking down 7 fuel additives and fluids that are a mistake, and then I'll show you 3 that actually do what people think these products are supposed to do. Links to the products I recommend are in the description below. Let's get into it. Number 7. Marvel Mystery Oil, the famous bottle that gets used for the wrong job. Marvel Mystery Oil has one of the strongest reputations in the automotive world. It's old school, it's familiar, and for a lot of drivers, it feels like one of those products that has to work because it's been around forever. But here's the issue. People use Marvel Mystery Oil like it's some kind of serious fuel system cleaner. It isn't. At its core, it's much better as a lubricating additive than a true deposit remover. That means it may help with upper cylinder lubrication and may provide a little protection in certain situations, but that is not the same thing as cleaning baked-on injector or valve deposits. And that's where people get fooled. If your engine has already lost efficiency because carbon has built up inside the fuel system, Marvel Mystery Oil is not going to come in like a deep cleaning chemical and reverse that. It doesn't have the detergent strength for that job. So what happens? The driver pours it in, expects smoother idle, better throttle response, better miles per gallon, and gets almost nothing. Not because the product is completely useless, but because it's being asked to do a job it was never really built to do. If you want actual deposit removal, you need a cleaner with PEA, polyethylamine. That's the ingredient that matters when you're dealing with real carbon buildup. Marvel Mystery Oil may still have a place in some garages, but as a true fuel system cleaner, it gets way more credit than it deserves. And if that one is overrated, the next one might surprise even more people. Number 6. Seafoam. Popular, trusted, and often overestimated. Few additives have a fan base like Seafoam. A lot of people swear by it. A lot of mechanics have used it for years. And it has that old-school reputation that makes drivers feel like they're pouring proven experience into the tank. But the reality is more complicated. Seafoam can help in certain situations. The problem is that people talk about it like it's some elite modern injector cleaner that can dissolve heavy carbon buildup in today's engines. That's where the hype outruns the chemistry. Seafoam does not contain PEA, which is the detergent most closely associated with actually dissolving stubborn carbon deposits. Instead, it relies on a solvent-based formula that may help with lighter contamination, moisture control, and certain kinds of fuel stabilization. That's fine for mild cleanup. But if your engine has real injector fouling or intake deposit issues, Seafoam usually isn't the heavy hitter people think it is. Sometimes it loosens debris. Sometimes it helps a little. Sometimes drivers feel a short-term improvement. But in many cases, it's not truly removing the tough deposits that are causing the problem. And if loosened material moves deeper into the system without fully dissolving, you can end up chasing the same issue in a different form. So, no, Seafoam is not always a disaster, but it's also not the miracle bottle a lot of people make it out to be. If your engine needs serious cleaning, you want a cleaner designed for that specific job. And the next fuel treatment hack is even worse because it often comes from people trying to save money with something they already have at home. Number 5. Rubbing alcohol. The cheap shortcut that can turn into a real repair. This one usually comes from DIY advice. Somebody says, just pour a little rubbing alcohol into the tank. It'll take care of moisture. And technically, yes, alcohol can bind with water. That's why the advice sounds smart at first. But there's a difference between a controlled fuel system product and random isopropyl alcohol from your bathroom cabinet. Once people start pouring in the wrong amount or using it repeatedly, the downside starts showing up. alcohol can be harsh on rubber components. It can dry seals out over time. It can stress O-rings and other fuel system materials. And it's still not a true carbon cleaning solution. So while people are trying to fix one problem, they can end up creating several others. Fuel leaks, weak fuel pressure, injector issues, rough combustion. It also changes the combustion behavior of the fuel mixture, and if the engine already has borderline knock, drivability issues, or sensor sensitivity, that's the last thing you want to experiment with. In an emergency moisture situation, there are products designed specifically for that. But using regular rubbing alcohol as some kind of routine fuel treatment is the kind of cheap trick that can get expensive fast. And then we get to the bottles that people buy specifically for injector cleaning, which are often just as misleading. Number 4. Cheap injector cleaners. The $3 bottle that can cost you way more. This is where the marketing gets aggressive. Tiny bottle, big promises, restore power, clean injectors fast, boost fuel economy, fix rough idle, and all for just a few dollars. That alone should make people suspicious, because serious detergent chemistry costs money. A lot of these bargain bin injector cleaners rely on weak solvents, low-grade carriers, or ingredients that might wash light grime around, but don't really attack hardened deposits. And without PEA, they usually don't do what the label suggests. That means one of two things happens. Best case, they do very little. Worst case, they disturb deposits just enough to move contamination somewhere else in the system, without truly dissolving it. Now, instead of one dirty area, you've got loosened debris traveling through injectors, filters, or the exhaust side. That's where cheap cleaner logic turns into expensive repair logic. Some of these products can also affect octane quality or combustion behavior in ways that don't help engines already struggling with knock, misfires, or poor fuel trim. So when people ask whether the cheap fuel cleaner at the checkout counter is worth trying, the answer is usually no. You're better off buying one real cleaner than 5 weak ones. And speaking of products that promise more than they deliver, Number 3. Octane boosters. Usually oversold, often unnecessary. Octane booster marketing is built to sound exciting. More power, better performance, knock protection, race feel. But for the average driver, most of these bottles are a waste of money. Here's why. Modern engines already use sensors and computer control to adjust ignition timing based on what the engine is hearing and feeling. So unless you're dealing with a specific tuning need, high compression setup, or real fuel requirement issue, a random octane booster usually isn't transforming anything, and many of them barely raise octane in a meaningful way anyway. You get all the excitement of the label and almost none of the result. Some formulas can also leave behind residues or use harsh ingredients that do your oxygen sensors and catalytic converter no favors over time. So instead of solving a problem, you may just be feeding your engine a chemical experiment it didn't ask for. If your vehicle genuinely needs higher octane, the better move is usually to buy the correct grade at the pump. That's simpler, safer, and more predictable than hoping a mystery bottle fixes everything. Now we get into the fluids that don't just underperform. They flat out do not belong in a gasoline engine. Number 2. Diesel fuel. One of the worst mistakes you can make. Some people do this by accident. Wrong nozzle, busy gas station. One distracted moment. Other people do it because they've heard terrible advice, that diesel somehow lubricates or cleans a gasoline fuel system. It doesn't. Diesel and gasoline are built for completely different combustion systems. Gasoline engines rely on spark ignition. Diesel engines rely on compression ignition. Put diesel into a gasoline vehicle and combustion becomes messy fast. You can get misfires, stalling, fouled spark plugs, injector contamination, fuel system damage. If the mistake is caught before the engine is started, you might get away with draining and flushing the system. But once that contaminated fuel moves through the engine, costs rise quickly. And no, diesel is not some secret injector cleaner for gas engines. That is one of those myths that refuses to die, even though it should. As bad as diesel is, though, there's still one thing worse. Because it doesn't just contaminate fuel, it can destroy an engine. Number 1. Water, the silent killer. Hiding in fuel systems. Water in the fuel tank is one of the most dangerous contamination problems a gasoline engine can face. Sometimes it comes from bad fuel at a station. Sometimes it comes from condensation, especially in vehicles that sit a lot or are constantly run near empty. Sometimes it gets in through a sealing problem around the gas cap or fuel system. However it gets there, the danger is real. Even small amounts of water can lead to hard starts, sputtering, rough idle, corrosion, injector damage, fuel flow problems. And in severe cases, if enough water reaches the combustion chamber, you risk hydrolock. That's catastrophic, because water doesn't compress like an air-fuel mixture does. If a piston tries to compress water, something has to give. And what gives is usually expensive metal. That means bent rods, cracked components, or complete engine failure. This is why fuel quality matters so much more than people think. Busy stations, sealed caps, and keeping the tank from running too low all matter. Now that we've covered what not to pour into your fuel tank, let's talk about the few products that actually have real chemistry behind them. If you've made it this far, hit the like button and subscribe, because this is the kind of stuff that can save people thousands. Now let's get into the additives that actually work. What actually works? The common thread here is PEA, polyethyramine. That's the ingredient that matters when you want a cleaner to actually break down carbon deposits instead of just washing around them. Not every bottle with injector cleaner on the label contains it. That's why so many products disappoint. But these three have earned real respect. Number 3. BG44K, strong stuff for engines that need real help. If an engine has been neglected for a while and the fuel system is genuinely dirty, BG44K is one of the names that comes up again and again. It's respected in professional settings for a reason. This isn't bargain shelf chemistry. It's a more serious cleaner aimed at engines that need more than a feel-good treatment. The reason it stands out is the concentration and quality of the detergent package. It's designed to go after the kind of stubborn deposits that weaker cleaners struggle with. That can mean smoother idle, improved throttle response, restored fuel economy, better drivability. It's not magic, it's chemistry actually doing the job people think all these other products are doing. It costs more than the weak stuff, but that's part of the point. When the formula is real, the price usually reflects it. Number 2. Royal Purple Max Clean. Good cleaning plus extra protection. Royal Purple. Max Clean gets attention because it doesn't just focus on cleaning. It also appeals to drivers who want overall fuel quality support, especially for vehicles that don't get driven every day. It contains the detergent strength needed for deposit control, but it also has value for storage situations and fuel stability concerns. That makes it a strong option for weekend cars, seasonal vehicles, lower-use vehicles, drivers who want both cleanup and prevention. People often report smoother response and better running after treatment, especially if the engine has been feeling a little lazy or uneven. It sits in that nice middle ground where it's stronger than the cheap stuff, but still practical for regular owners. Number 1. Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus. The benchmark. If there's one additive that consistently gets recommended by people who actually understand fuel system chemistry, it's Chevron Techron Concentrate Plus. This is the one that has built its reputation on long-term credibility, not gimmick marketing. Chevron has deep history in detergent fuel technology, and Techron became the benchmark because it works across the full fuel path without the collateral damage some harsher products can cause. It's designed to clean injectors, intake valves, combustion chamber deposits. And it does it while remaining safe for the parts people worry about most. Oxygen sensors, seals, catalytic converters. That safety matters. Because a cleaner that works, but hurts emissions components, is not really a good cleaner. Techron has been recommended by major automakers for a reason. It's the kind of product that makes sense for regular maintenance, especially around oil change intervals or whenever drivability starts feeling slightly off. For a lot of drivers, this is the easiest answer. If you want one fuel additive that actually earns its place in the tank, this is the one. A lot of fuel additives are sold on hope. Hope that a cheap bottle can fix poor maintenance. Hope that old-school reputation means real cleaning power. Hope that flashy labels equal real performance. But engines don't care about marketing. They care about chemistry. Some additives are weak, some are pointless, and some quietly create expensive problems. But a few actually work. Now you know the difference. If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What fuel additive have you tried that actually made a difference or made things worse? I'd love to hear your story.